Denise mentions quite a few times in her reality show that she was raised Catholic. She raised her daughters Catholic. She mentioned she had a Catholic wedding with Charlie. I'm wondering if her mentioning that on the show, because her daughter Lola that she has with Charlie Sheen was talking about how she's a Christian now and she's like found Jesus and all this kind of stuff. I kind of feel like Denise bringing that up all the time is a little bit like her way of being like, oh, well, I was raised Catholic, and she's trying to find that connection with her daughter. Like, it's partly her being like, hey, I'm not the Antichrist, like, I'm your mom, and like, you know, I have religion in my life too, kind of thing, even though she's not, like, I think as much of a practicing Catholic anymore. But I think that was some way of being relatable. But I also think too, as someone who's raised Catholic and knows a lot of people that were raised Catholic and stuff, I do think that sometimes, like, even if you're not necessarily still practicing, there can be a little bit of that like Catholic guilt. So there's a little bit of that, like, I'm gonna stay in this relationship, I'm gonna stay in this marriage because I'm Catholic. Like, I had to divorce Charlie because I had no other option because things got so bad. One of the reasons why she might have been like, I'm not getting divorced again, I'm not divorcing Aaron no matter what happens or anything, some of that might be the Catholic guilt. Like, I think sometimes the religious programming that we have can run really deep and feel like, ooh, we have to stick this out no matter what. So I did think it was kind of interesting, and I don't know if maybe I just picked it up because I was raised Catholic too, so it like kind of stuck out in my head. But I wonder if some of that was like a little bit of religious programming of like, ooh, I gotta make this relationship work, I gotta make this marriage work. This is why she kept saying she wasn't divorcing him, and then he ends up filing for divorce. But I also think some of it might be the fact that her daughter Lola is getting very into Christianity and that world, and I think Denise might be a little bit like trying to bring up being raised Catholic and her Catholic religion maybe as a way of like trying to connect her daughter, because I do think that Denise very much prioritizes like keeping her daughters in her life and wanting to connect with her daughters, and she has the modeling in common with Sami, so I think she's like trying to hang on to like something she thinks she can connect to Lola with.